Hello! I'm probably Mothman. And you're you. And this is Valheim. And it's been a hot minute since I've recorded anything. That is for a couple of reasons. One, the vibe shifted and I ended up just playing different games. Two, if this place looks a little different to you, I tried recording and streaming once or twice, and just... I'm not gonna go through everything that went wrong with those attempts, but suffice to say, some things went wrong, and I just did not have anything to upload in that front, so here we are, back again. I'm just sort of Oh! Summer Crowded Maypole, nice. I am just sort of running around here to remind myself what I was building, and I guess show off what it was as well. Oh, I know something that I've done since last time. I had found out at one point that running around mapping kind of caused my game to stutter a lot during the recording. And rather than consistently do that, I figured, okay, I will run around and I will map out the landmass that I'm on off screen. Now I have to remember how to move the map. There we go. So this is the landmass we're working with. If I am not wrong, this I don't think extends up anywhere. I think it just kind of peters out into into the ocean there. But yeah. Part of the reason we were building down here with Halder was we have this little river here separating us from another landmass, and I was admittedly getting hopeful that we might be able to find a swamp we could build like a road to. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the sailing, but there is just something that tickles my brain about building roads. I can say this with some certainty as well, because I was playing Minecraft with some friends recently, and I ended up building my base incredibly far away from everybody. Like, a friend and I went on a little excursion. We found a big old lush cave that I kind of like the look of and decided to move in. But the trek back to town where, like, all the resources were real gnarly. I should probably not. Alright. Sorry, I just wanted to leave my... Oh, that was Halstein. I thought it was a troll. I wanted to leave myself a little note just so that I remembered to cut that out, because I don't want to keep bringing it up on the off chance it's got, you know, I don't even know. Sensitive information, I guess? My IP address? Oh no, I hit like F2 and it brought up some, on my note of Minecraft, like a bunch of information that looked too techy for me to care about while I'm actually playing the game. Core wood, I think, is what I need. Core wood and stone, it looks like. I was turning this place into basically a little... I think I already mentioned this. I was turning this into like a little outpost so I could explore down here a little bit easier. I don't have a road running here, but I do at least have the portals. I still have the portals. Oh, but to finish what I was saying about Minecraft, I built very insanely far away, and like the first thing I did is I just built a giant sky road back to town. We ended up calling it Snake Way just because it was very long, narrow, winding, and you tended to die if you used it. It was a it was an ordeal. It was a bit of a trial to be able to run across Snake Way without dying. But I slowly widened it out and turned it into like this nice. I sort of built on the snake theme and ran around collecting just a ton of like different materials to make the outside look kind of nice and scaled with like, I think it was a lot of deep slate, cobble, andesite, granite, and diorite. And then topped it with grass, so it would be green the whole way along. And that's basically just been my Minecraft project. Just a big road. A big road that preferably doesn't murder my friends when they run across it, I should amend. We're in Valheim, where the roads can be on the ground. Or rather, they have to be. I could try building a... I don't know that it would do me any good, because, like, you know, the minute, like, a troll or something comes along through the Black Forest, it'll, I should probably put my shield on. It has been a hot minute since I've played Valheim, so I should probably treat a lot of enemies with more care than I normally do. No, I could try making, like, a risen road or something, but the problem is, like, if I build it out of materials with, like, health the first time a troll comes by, I don't think that road's surviving. Guess I could use stone? Oh, what up? Y'all had like half health. Who did you lose a fight to? I do. Okay. Do I have a bed? Oh, I do. Nice. Now, I should really try to make sure that I... what would I need? Probably the stone first. So, I will also say, if you're thinking of doing something like this, you can't build within the dome that they have, and I'm more planning to just do a facade, like a nice little walled area for them to kind of vibe in. You know, give Halder like a little outpost, more than just like a tiny rock warded campsite. Love me a good floating rock. Oh, hello. stone. We have a decent amount there. That's probably enough to finish filling out the dirt in here. Can I raise it? No, I can't. There we go. That's okay. I'll see if I can't grass up the inside, but I do have to kind of just respect the runes there. That's probably no, that's not what I wanted to do. Sort of nice to come back, I have to admit. I wasn't sure when I'd end up getting back to recording, and I was sitting kind of wondering if I should try my hand at a different game. Not that there's anything wrong with Valheim, and I still really enjoy it, just, you know, sometimes if the vibe's not there, it's hard to pick up a game. I've also kind of been wanting to build in ways that other games haven't been letting me, so mayhaps the vibe is back. Alright, this is a little messy, but cosmically probably fine. Where? So that's north. Yeah, I'll take that as being aimed towards Stonegate. So this is facing the direction I need to go. Alright, coolio. Let's give Halstein some more grass here. Leave a half of it down the middle over there because it would get worn down from us walking in and out. Probably try to do the same. Probably try to do the same near the portal. This way, and then we'll... There. What we'll do is give them a nice little cooking spot over here. That's where you go. Oh, okay, I have those overlapping there. That makes a little bit more sense to me. There we go. Put some stone down. probably cut down that tree, but also I can't be bothered. I'm out of range for this. Okay. That's fine. I swear, I think I'm hearing something like attacking a workbench somewhere. Because I'm hearing like that light tearing sound. But I cannot for the life of me see them, so I don't know. But we have a lot of wood over here if we are running out of stone. I was trying to go a little bit more dwarven in the design and go for more stonework, but I think that this is the Black Forest, and that means Halder would have to work with what he has. Which means core wood and wood will be in the design. I was thinking of giving him like a little cooking area here, but I'm honestly thinking this might just be like his, like the bed kind of thing. I will steal it from time to time if I need to like sleep here, but darn, that's oh, wrong thing. There we go. All right, so that is probably as close as I can get that into that border without getting in trouble. So that's okay. Now, can we do weird stuff up here? Nope, mystical force prevents it. All right, that's okay. Let's not plan for any overhangs then. I've had an inkling to play a couple other games, just other things that are kind of up my alley that I enjoy playing. I might eventually get around to recording some things for them. Mind Over Magic is one of them. It is I guess it counts as like a colony builder, as far as its niche might be concerned. But you run a magic school and train mages to fight if I'm remembering right, a sentient curse that, you know, maybe you are responsible for unleashing, maybe not, you know, kind of. Kind of depends on what you want to focus on there. You know, the problem or the solution. But it's a good time. I find it kind of easy to make stories out of it, the way some people do with like Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress has been like another one because I do enjoy the game. I tend not to get very far though, so I don't know that any of the forts I play would actually be that interesting to watch. I run out of wood just there. The audacity. There we go. I'm definitely hearing something like nibbling at the woodwork. Honestly, yeah, I can work with that. It sticks up like a tiny bit, but I also don't mind how that lays with the top there. Maybe we'll just. See, I like that, but I don't. I think what we'll do is just. You know what? I have a fantastic idea for this little spot. We will use it for a chest or two. Probably only room for like one. Oh, you some bitches. Welcome. Oh, my health. Oh, dear. Well, I'm going to hang out with you, Halder, for just a moment, because I didn't realize I hadn't eaten. I forgot that was a thing in this game. Shit. They came when I was weakest. The bastards. Alright, I'm outside of the safe zone. Come on, you little bastards. Come on. Quick scan. Okay. All right. Are you? Oh, good work, Halstein. You scared him off, buddy. You too, buddy. And Halder, good hustle out there. Yeah, we'll just do like a chest on each side, maybe. I can do like one there, and then if I come to this, that. So that's. There we go. If I dent him in one on each side, it makes the angle a little more interesting. Righty. You know, I actually don't think that's the worst thing to be like sitting there. So I might do that and then try to shimmy the campfire a little closer to the bed. Well, you could just stay there. Well, it's pretty close to wood. Not that it matters, I suppose. Not that it matters. I like twisting patterns with, like, some of the angled beams sometimes. I want to just lift this up a little bit so that the smoke can get out, and then I will call that good. Oh, let's try to catch him like that. Wider one. We're actually going to leave that uncovered because otherwise I don't think the smoke can actually get out. It might not be able to. That, and we are going to grab one of these, and we're just going to angle it to the side. There we go. We're not going to worry about making that any more complicated than it is. That's fire close enough to a bed that it can be slept on. We can actively just run through the middle, so no worries there. Yeah. We have enough axe durability to probably do what I need to in terms of getting wood for the walls, because I do want to at least give them a ring of wooden walls, stake walls. Clearly the trolls are scared of Halstein, so they don't need too much in the way of protection. And now Halder has somewhere he can get out of the rain. Like, he has his tarp here. He could probably dive under his cart if he really needed to, but, like, you know, he deserves to, like, sleep in a little bit of comfort there. If I have some extra hides, good. I'm glad you've met relatively chill people before. Okay, let's see how far we can get with the wood that we've got. Now, I'm disinclined to keep this. We're gonna, we'll let those be a little through each other, but that's fine. I wanted to try and keep what trees I could so that it, there was still like a little bit of nature inside. I think these walls used to be like 8 wood or something. Maybe I'm making that up. I don't know, I remember these being like really hard to construct like, en masse. Out of wood. One there. I think we're gonna go ahead and break the stone cutter real quick. Honestly, we probably don't need to put another one up. There. You know what? Maybe a little, before we get too far from it, maybe like a little shack for the portal. Stone cutter and 6 stone. You know what? We're probably fine without. Do I want to pop out here? I think this is a fine spot to pop out as long as we keep it like, you know, keep it contained enough we're not bumping into the mystic force here. Saw it fitting. Huh. Is there a reason it doesn't? Wait. Kind of like it at an angle there. Let's see what we can do. Spit me out running this way. I can stop by Halder if I need. I know that's not the right angle of wood, but I also kind of like the inconsistency in this particular case. I think I did this with the first lamp portal as well, or at least something kind of similar. I think I have changed my mind about that being at an angle though. It's a little to the side, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta deal with things. Okay, so they are related. Okay. I don't know if we need to worry about prettying this up anymore. I say then immediately spending more energy prettying it up. Which need more wood to do. So no, we're gonna break that. We're gonna leave that be. That is a perfectly fine portal getting us where we need to go. We have some extra wood here. I have the required things to be able to teleport. So I'll set up a stone cutter. I should really get some more food because I would like to not starve, to be frank. Is this... Ah, right, this is where I am storing certain bits of loot. Merchant loot. Ah, it's been a while since I've played. It is actually kind of really nice to get back and see Stonegate. Up that hole still at some point, but alright, now I do not think that I have... Okay, now I do have a place for core wood. I do want to clear this place out at some point. Like, there's too much stuff here that I would rather, like, keep elsewhere. Because again, I want this to be a portal hub, not like a storage facility. Do we have a third lamp yet? Just realized the next thing was lit up. I have the ability to make a workbench, and need 4 stone for a stone cutter, which is less mandatory for what I'm doing, but still kind of nice. And what am I doing, you may ask? I wish I knew. Truthfully, what we're probably going to do is just go and explore a little bit of the other side of the river. I know I said I wouldn't, like, run around doing mapping, but I figure running... You know, at some point I'm going to have to, like, run into areas I haven't before, and that hasn't caused, like, Titanic issues in the past. So I'm just going to assume that the only thing I have true issue with is when I'm running around purposefully, like, just loading in the map. That probably is a bit resource intensive. So we're going to go to Halder, and we're going to run that way. At some point I will come up here and confirm that is just a little nubblet of land, but I'm very sure that it is. Okay. I don't know what time of day it is, but I'm going to try and sleep and see if it will let me. Okay. double check what time it is here. I also put my phone on a timer next to me. I know I've been recording for a little more than a half hour. I usually go in like hour chunks, so, you know, we'll get to Stone Gate, we'll go to Halder and do like half hour trying to explore a bit down there. Because my hope is to, again, find a swamp I can run to. Where does this go? Okay, so that just goes to the swamp. And what did we have set up over here? Elk Gate, Elder Gate, Bone Gate, Motor Gate, Lich Gate. Okay. So those are the boss portals. No. Spoilers, I guess, but, you know, intuit what you will from those words. Let me check on the Brothers Freakbert. Hey, Brothers Freakbert. Good to see ya. Nart and Rockadiah. Still guarding the back gate. Alright, let's go to Halder. We did just technically have the trolls attack. I don't know if like being near Halder and them kind of just backing off has shortened the timer to the next raid, but you know, let's not find out. That's... oh, I realized I never finished the... ah, that's fine. I'll come back another time and do it. Oh. Once I have, like, iron gear, I'll be a little bit less worried about exploring the mountains. Because I've gone up a few times and just... wolves hit really hard. As one might imagine. First iron weapon I make should probably be a mace too, because that'll help with bone mass. No, I don't have this on my map. So I was just thinking about the fact I've been using my spear for most of the game, just because it's pretty quick and easy to hit something out of like a block, at least to me. But I also realized I should probably mix it up a bit. Ooh. Some extra carrot seeds. I think I am pretty covered on carrot seeds, so I think that's just me being a loot goblin. This is as fine a place as I need to cross. We'll be wet for a bit, but that's fine. Now we know that swamps will spawn near the ocean. So we're probably set to just run around the outside. Now, I guess I don't have... fix that real quick. I was gonna say, I don't think I have quite enough to do like a campfire too, which might be a little problematic. But that's pretty easily rectified. Now, blueberries are definitely worth it. And you know, if this is just like a tiny little niblet of land and it doesn't really go anywhere, yeah, that's fine too. Yeah, that kind of peters off there. I mean, you can also throw the spear, which is nice. Like, it sucks if you miss. But it is, I don't know, early game I find myself using the spear a lot just because it does have a smidge of range if you need it. It looks like a fanciful little island. Yeah, so you missed like that. The only downside about the spear is it's really not good at hitting differently heighted enemies than you. It's not super far out, but there. That flat bit over there that's really level with the water, that is probably a swamp there. And sometimes I've seen them kind of reach across the ocean, so there's a chance we might bump into one still. Because we're a pretty good distance from spawn, so I think a lot of things are open to us. Now, my hope ultimately is that if I understand how world generation works in Valheim, my hope is to not explore everywhere, so that when like the Deep North update comes out, I can, you know, go to the areas I have not yet seen and have the world load in the way it's supposed to. But I know that's not always the case. Oh, wow! You two aren't too far from each other. Okay. I've completely lost what I was going to say, because I just found the other merchant by the look of it. Bees? No bees. Oh, I have a lot of crap on me. Here. I'll leave some bones for the next adventurer to find. It'll be a fun little story to tell. Let's drop a little bit of wood. See what the runestone has to say. I don't really want to go. Ooh, 1-star boar. We'll keep that in mind. Can we... might be able to be sneaky about this. Thinking is that they will try to attack the workbench if they cannot get to me. And the best way to get them in here is just to piss them off. And we'll just do like a little bit of lat back there to keep them in once they destroy it. Alright, time to I was just gonna say piss off some pigs, but I think I technically spook them more than anything. Hello. What's the matter? Can't figure out how to come in here and kick my ass? We got 2 in there, that's fine. Okay, so we know Hildir, he said uncertainly, is going to be a location of a portal, so we can go towards her. Hello, Hildir. All right. Cavern sealed tower. I am not gonna lie, I am not 100% sure how to hit that name with the A dots. Like La Bear? Bear? La Bear? Bear? I am going to stop trying to butcher his name. Alright, where are the locations you gave me? I'm gonna guess a ways out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, nothing we've been near. But that's okay. Now, for Hildir, since this is like a calmer area, I might just do like a tiny little shack over here as opposed to like a whole walled area. So I will take a peek at one thing over here. You know what? I'm gonna be complicated. I am thinking a little shack here overlooking the water where you can fish. Obviously not a great fishing spot, all things considered, but I also don't think it'll be the worst. At least for the sake of lore reasons. I don't think it's going to be mechanically a good fishing spot. I'm still not 100% sure how to fish in Valheim. I'm gonna own that one. Alright, we are going to consider this to be that. I think this gives me a pretty good end goal, though. I'll try to get this little shack made, and we'll call that sufficient for this recording. You know, we finished up Halder's little outpost. We're gonna give Hildir a little shack for fishing. Yeah, we'll just break this and leave it up here. Oh, did I pick up the... Yep, picked up the resin. Alright, we'll come over here and slap that down. And we'll put the portal actually over here by the door. 'Cause I'm thinking like this goes over a little more and then kind of heads up this little path here. Yes, okay, cool. I was gonna say, I think I left one untagged for this exact reason. Crafting, need wood for pretty much anything I want to do. So let's go get some. Just for now, we'll throw those there. Are you sure you wish to instigate this fight? Just checking. I'll give you one more. Alright. Anyway. Oh no, is that too close? Interesting. Okay, well, can we get around it by doing this by any chance? Up to... and then... and we'll probably end up moving the portal now, but that's not a big deal. Okay, it seems like her area is a little bit larger than Halder's for what I can and can't build in. Which is not that big a deal. I think it was probably wise for me to go off the edge here. So we're gonna make use of the kind of this back terrain here just as part of the wall, and just accept that as part of the aesthetic. Here we're just gonna build this out, and we'll figure out what we want to do on the underside another time, but now we're just going to give it fanciful little railing. Okay, interesting. Wood delivery, though. Yeah, I'll take that for what it is. Oh, this is terribly difficult to do in the dark. Art thou sure? I'm not gonna lie, I've been playing games recently where it's a little harder to pass like the day-night cycle, so I am admittedly just forgetting I can put a, slap a roof over this and then immediately make it a better viewing experience. As much fun as the night ambiance is, it's probably better to just pass it to day. One is we are going to finish putting those like under rails on. Missing requirement. Okay. Only have one slot of inventory open, so we are going to collect some wood and we are going to make a chest. So we need to put some of this crap in. Actually, some of it is crap I can store back at Stone Gate. I had a portal here. I didn't even need to put down a roof. Oh, hello Valheim, I missed you. Alright, that clears some of that out. Should be careful with some of this. Eyes, I can actually deposit. I can deposit pretty much everything I have, I realize. Oh, we're going to take a little bit of wood. Put it, we are going to put some of those things there. And we've got a stack of stone we can bring. No, we got 34, that's enough. Now, obviously the hope is that I don't get raided while I'm building this here, but also hopefully I can make use of the warding runes if I need to. facing outward on these. Oh, can I not? Interesting, interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna have to wiggle those in just a bit. But that is alright. That looks fine to me, so we are going to just keep on working here. Knock both of those in a half step, and do a nice little window there by the bed. Not going to want a lot of that though, because that will eventually let critters in, and we don't want critters. Actually, if it can go one further back, that would be ideal, but we're gonna see... We're gonna see what that Mystic Force lets us get away with, because that is a little further backing up than I thought it would be. Interesting. This way, mayhaps? Okay. Okay, so it doesn't like that, but it doesn't hate me for it either. Okay, so I can't go... interesting. Interesting. Okay. So, what can we do about that? Grab both of those and we can get them out of the way. For now, we'll put them down here on the deck because basically nothing else is going to go down there. That is unconnected at the moment. I'm going to break it and we are going to rebuild it. Oh, I don't have a great spot for it at the moment, so I guess it's just going to go there. And then we need to figure out what is going on with this. I am not against just bending it back a little bit, but we need to make sure it's actually going to play nicely when we get down to it. Which it might be. Mayhaps. Can't do much there, so we should treat that as the back wall of this then. This might seem a bit weird. How much core wood do I have? think we're gonna do like the bottom few layers as core wood here. Maybe the bottom 4. And then we'll do wood the rest of the way up. How's 4 down there? So this is now what we've got. And that has instantly made the matter of this wall a lot trickier. But no, I'm not going to be able to adjust that much, huh? Okay. Well, what can we do with this? I think we can bring that in fine. I mean, that's definitely a little weird, but a good thing to do is just to cover this up and see what that, at least what that looks like there. So there's that. I do want this to go up like one more. But we can also oh, pardon me, I'm getting a little lost in the sauce. It's good to be back and lost in the sauce. But lost in the sauce I am. That's where that is. Need more wood. All right. Luckily, there is a plethora. The timer on my phone says about another half hour has passed, so I should probably end this kind of soon. I'm gonna get the wood I need. I'm gonna try and get a roof on Hildir's shack here, and we'll call it about there. Be nice to get the inside decorated a little bit, but that just seems like a good place to stop. Alright, so guess let's slap these on and see if that doesn't help influence the shape of the roof a little bit. Now this is covered. It's nice and cozy. So if I am understanding this angle correctly, if I were to okay, so it's actually not quite touching. Okay. Can we seem a wee bit odd, but oh, am I missing like just enough? Oh, I am. That's fine. I'll grab some more real quick. Oh, am I still over encumbered? That's fine. When I get through this portal, I'll be able to use a bunch, and that'll put me back under. It's 30 pounds over. Everything's about 2 pounds, right? So I need to use like 15 pieces of whatever. Let's do that. That. On the note of, or this is, I was talking about this a while ago. The music here is reminding me of another game I was considering playing called Traveler's Rest. I have played it before. I really enjoy it. It's sort of, I don't mean to reduce it to like Stardew Valley, but you're running a bar, but the comparisons, I would say the comparison is relatively accurate if you need like an entry point for it, but how can I get this to attach? The music here with Hildir is just making me think of the music that plays in your bar. I guess it would be that one. Can I even do this on some of these? Find out. Okay, so those seem to work, which is good. That needs to go over. That needs to go there, and just like I thought, that is a smidge low because of that. That's fine. We'll just run some volumes across. Cause them to meet in the middle. There we go. Alright. Those out. That tells us we have a somewhat regular grid that we can work off of for setting up the roof if we can use it. Can we get away with it? We might. If we plunk the hearth there, it's going to be a narrow entry. But a hearth by the door is probably not. I don't know. Arguably, it should probably go here, sort of where it was. So I might break that, and then, you know, do sort of like an every, like 2 to each end, kind of split to it. Does that? Yes, that does intersect. Does it provide enough support to stop that from happening? No, it does not. But that should help even that out now. Even though the inside's a little screwy, that should, in theory, keep us sorted for the rest of this. It's been a hot minute since I played, like I said, so admittedly the building system and how all the pieces like to match up with each other is going to have to slowly come back to me. But, by the look of it, it is coming back just fine. It's going to be a little bit... Zoom in all the way. There we go. I was trying to rotate the roof. There we go. Seems like it's coming together and coming back to me just fine, though. This is a little bit wonky shaped because of that bend I had to do in the back. guess I could have just demolished it and like moved it forward a little bit, but oh, I don't know. Did not seem cosmically necessary. We'll run a support beam down too. See how this wants to close itself up. Okay. I don't much care if the end is perfect. I think I got the right thing in there. But I do at least... I do at least want to get the front here sorted. Like a tiny little molecule I can get it to snap onto, but I'm going to have to just run back up there. Luckily, this is one of those builds that I can just get back up on the roof of, so that's nice. Let's give a similar treatment to the backside here, if we can. No, it's not going to let me. Not perfect by any stretch, but it's behaving sort of. That's about the best we can ask for. There we go. It's pretty open to the back, admittedly, but you know, you do what you can with what you've got. Thank you for again coming with me on this adventure through Valheim. Did a bit of building, caught you up on the various misadventures that led to here, and I found a fun hotkey that I shouldn't press again in Valheim. Yeah, good to see y'all. See you again soon, hopefully, and till then, peace and love, everybody. And praise Lamb. Take it easy, y'all.